Yo, what's up guys? This is JnxakaBeasie with TGN. Today I'm going to be showing you some BOT tanking. I'm not a pro tank, trust me, I'm just gearing. I asked like a few videos ago for someone to help me out, and I got Bastion in here with me and he was helping me out, and thank you Bastion. I hope we do more in the future. But yeah, I'm not a pro tank guys, I'm PvP before PvE. Just let me know what you guys think of this video. Let me know if you want more PvE from me. If you don't, I'll stick with PvP. But yeah, let me know if you like it. It's just a guide for BOT, and I mean, I'm not pro, so I don't explain everything detail to detail. I try my best. So I hope you guys like it. Comment, subscribe, and favorite it, and do whatever you want to do with it. Check out my personal channel, guys. Alright, later. Alright guys, for the first fight, Hellfist, all you're really going to have to do if you're tanking Hellfist is basically a tank and spank. You're going to be tanking him. Make sure you interrupt those Shadow Novas though, because those will deal pretty good damage. Interrupt those. As a tank, you should be able, especially as a paladin. I'm pretty sure any tank can do it. You just interrupt them. Make sure you keep those interrupted and you should be fine. He's going to be doing his fireball, just a standard attack, his flame breath. He's going to be using his strike. For this fight, I did not have him be doing his strike, which applies a debuff, and you got to switch up tanks. But if you're tanking them, you might have that with the different. It depends on the dragons, how they're set up for that week. But yeah, you're gonna have to switch off tanks if he does end up doing the strike. But he's gonna summon his dragon summons, and he's gonna have his whelps up, and then his whirlwind at 30% health. He's gonna just start doing that for damage. So you just basically pop your CDs and just burst them down, because he's basically dead by then. But yeah, that's how that fight's gonna go, guys. The second tank's gonna be worrying about the drakes and stuff, so they have their own different abilities, but it's usually just tank and spank. You'll be probably interrupting some of those abilities. The whole group will be on them, so they should be down while you're just tanking Hellfist. As soon as that's over, then Hellfist is easy. Alright, here guys, for the second fight, these dragons, Veliona and Theraleon. What you're going to be doing is, during Blackout, you're all going to be stacking on, basically on her tail, her butt. You're just going to be stacking so you guys don't get basically wiped. For Devouring Flames, you stay behind her, because she's going to blow flames out of her mouth, and you just got to stay behind, get out of that. For her Dazzling Destruction, it's just AoE. You want to stay away from that. The same as Engulfing Flame or Engulfing Magic. You want to stay away from that too. And then you just basically want to stay on her butt the whole time, whichever way she is not facing, and just DPS. You're gonna have like some meteors. If you get targeted by meteors, just kind of stay away from the group, let it hit you, and then you're gonna be healed. Basically tank and spank. You only need one tank for this guy, so I ended up going ret for this fight. And that's all you gotta do, guys. You just stay out of the blackout. Make sure you stay out of AoEs, and stay behind her so she doesn't blow fire in your face. So yeah, that fight's pretty easy, tank and spank. So yeah, that's how it goes. Alright guys, here for this third fight, the Ascendant Council. I was on Ignatius this fight. He basically leaps behind me. Well, not behind me, but away from me. And then he charges me, which leaves a streak of flames behind him. Which, if you get waterlogged from the other boss, you run through that and you basically get rid of it. So the other tank was tanking the other boss, and I was on Ignatius the whole time. And then once we ended up getting them both low, you got Arian and Terrestra that comes out. And what you do, I was on Arian, guys, so what I had to do was just basically tank him in one spot, and he'd eventually disappear from me and reappear somewhere else in the room, and he'd deal damage on me. So I just had to keep him on me, and he does chain lightning and stuff. What you want to do is get this tornado buff also for Terrestra. You want to get this tornado buff, that way you're not taking a lot of damage, and you want to try to stay away from the ground little winds that try to pull you in and give you another debuff. So all you really want to do is DPS them down, guys. You basically tank and spank that fight too. It's kind of difficult, but you AoE them down. Eventually they'll all get gathered in the middle of the room, turn into one huge boss. You kite whoever's tanking him kites that boss all around the room, because he's gonna start dropping this AoE on the ground basically, and you do not want him in that. So you keep kiting him around, and everybody DPSs him, and he goes down. And that's it for that fight. Alright guys, here for this last fight, Cho'Gall. This is a pretty simple fight. All you really want to do is, you got two tanks. You want to put one tank on the ads. Cho'Gall will summon. He's going to do Fury of Cho'Gall, and that's when you taunt away. One tank taunts, and then the other tank goes and gets on the ads. You want to have your range DPS on those ads. Some melee, I guess you could have, but it's better with range. You just want to have them on those ads and take those ads down, and then you want to have your tank come back on time to taunt for the next Fury of Cho'Gall. You also have Maleformation, which is gonna basically mind control one of your guys and make them do damage to you. So you want to make sure you keep that guy interrupt them when that happens. You gotta keep them interrupted. If you do not, if you let the ads also cast on you, you do not want them to let them cast on you. You want to interrupt them. If they cast on you, eventually you'll get absolute, and that'll basically wipe everything. So you want to make sure the ads don't cast on you. As a tank, you should be able to interrupt them, especially as a pally too. You could interrupt them one by one with your rebuke or your Avenger shield. But other than that, you always want to taunt off the other tank with after he does Fury of Cho'Gall. And eventually you're gonna have these ads spawn, just regular flame elementals, and you just want to get rid of those too. Your DPS will just DPS them down. You got some ads that'll just pop up. You just DPS them down, and then at the end the whole floor is gonna get like corrupted with like AoE, purple AoE, and ads are gonna spawn. Have all the ranged and melee people take out the ads as fast as you can. You have to pull Cho'Gall up to the stairs, and then after that everybody will get on him. After they kill all the ads, everybody will get on him and just tank and spank him. Make sure you're still switching tanks after he does Fury of Cho'Gall. So yeah, after that it's done. Fight's done, guys. So that's a good fight.